Hey everybody, and this is going to be another collection exploration video. I've got a bunch of cards that my friend Reaper sent me, and I'm going to go dig through those. These are all from his childhood, and they're the Topps Chrome cards, so some really cool stuff going on in here. And then my friend Thomas, who brought me back that Mega Dream box last week, also brought me back a couple of Japanese cards as well. He also gave me his old childhood collection, which is modestly sized but has some pretty cool stuff in it. Between the two of these, I think we should start with these because these aren't your traditional Pokemon cards. These are some of the it's a mixture. It's some of the movie cards, whoops, and some of these Topps Chrome that I think are just super nice. And there's some shiny ones. So I've already went through this very briefly just to make sure nothing was damaged or anything, and it arrived very well in very good condition. And now I've got a cool Darkrai 10 too, I suppose. So let's dig right into this. I told him how I wanted to collect a complete 151 set of the Topps Chrome. Whether it's shiny, not shiny, it's all the same to me. But he had a ton that I was missing. I mean, these arts are just so nice on all these too. I like this Mew. This one's pretty cool. It's got like a beer gut. It's just kind of hanging out. Dragonite. I've got some of the, what is it, Venusaur. I know I've got Wigglytuff. I have Machop, but I don't have Machoke or Machamp, which is actually in here. If you wanted to see the backs of them too. There's a little info on them. There's the Moltres. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that there's the whole bird trio, if I'm not mistaken. Ammonite. Jolteon, which we have a Vaporeon back there too. And there's a Gyarados in here as well, for sure. Here's one of our first repeats. Going to be the Mr. Mime. He has some of these as well, which I have a couple of these, the movie cards for Mewtwo Strikes Back. There's Mechanical Mewtwo, which has one single card called Armored Mewtwo. Some of the TV cards, TV12 right here. These actually line up to make a giant picture too, which that's why he was asking if I wanted to throw those in. I said, yeah, do it, because I kind of wanted to collect them and connect them. TV card, right over here. Coughing and wheezing. There's the back part of that. So I'll show you here. There's the start of it, like that. I think that'd be cool to get like a shadow box if I can get all the different ones for it. Going back to these Oddish. That's a cool Haunter. Sandshrew. There's Lapras. I knew there was a Gyarados in here. Electabuzz. So there's Dratini, Dragonair, and Dragonite all right here. Abra, Growlithe. And they're all in such good condition too, so it's not like I have to look at like a mangled copy. There's Kadabra, Parasect. It's a nice color on the back too. Zubat. Poliwag and Poliwhirl. There's Primeape. Metapod, which I know I've got a shiny one of. Caterpie. There's everyone's favorite Pikachu. Goldeen. Kabuto. Staryu, Amistar, Seaking, Geodude. And then we're not done because those are just the normals. Here's the shiny ones. These are really nice. Eevee. Another Magikarp, fully shiny. There's the Machamp. Tentacruel. shiny version of Mr. Mime. Scyther. Kakuna, and look at all that like glossiness on it. It's actually textured, it's raised a little bit. Ditto. Porygon. Ooh, Jolteon, nice. Is that Flareon? It sure is. Nice, dude. Those look super cool. He's got a couple more, and I was talking to him about that. I might end up just trading him for some of his other shiny ones, because the shiny ones are so nice looking. They'd make perfect display pieces. There's one other little freebie he threw in as well. Let's see how good that shows up in here. Spearow and Fearow. Lenticulars. And then Eevee and Jolteon. Now, I can't say for certain if he had a favorite growing up, but he looks to have a lot of the Jolteon cards. So maybe maybe it was just luck. Maybe it was a genuine passion for the card, but I do see a lot of those, and that makes me really happy to see that. Let's see if I can get these without screwing up the corners too much. These I'm going to put into sleeves and then into top loaders, and those are going to go into my top loader binder that I've got. And that's where I'm going to build that collection. So yeah, thanks Reaper. I really love those. And then moving on to Thomas and his cards, he's got a mixture of Japanese and English. His family is partially Japanese, so he got a lot of like cool stuff growing up. And this is something that might seem kind of like bland on the surface, and I didn't really like pay too much attention to it. But this is a first edition stamped energy. So it's in decent condition. Not beat up. None of his stuff is beat up. He actually cared and took care of it. Japanese. Charmander. There's a lot to go through on this. Shadowless Machop. First edition, so of course it's Shadowless. Here's an Erica's Oddish. This one seemed to be his favorite. He talked about it a couple times, but the Bulbasaur Japanese, the original printing. It doesn't say first edition on it. I don't know if they had first editions. Honestly, I'm not too familiar with the Japanese, but he had that as well as that. I think those are pretty neat. He has a first edition, no stamp Pikachu. Also a really cool card. Some Shadowless ones, not first edition, but Shadowless. The Diglett, Drowsy, Goldeen from Fossil, Jigglypuff, Execute, first edition, Paris, another Shadowless, but not first edition, Charmander, Rhyhorn. So this is another weird one. It's this is the fourth printing. This one's not the weird one. Take that back. I'll put that over here. Mankey. Coughing, first edition. Jigglypuff. Cubone. Nidoran. And we start getting some repeats here. Venonat. I'm trying to make a binder of Fossil and a couple of the originals. Shadowless Haunter. Shadowless Metapod. Venonat. Shadowless. Fossil, here we go. Here's some Fossil cards. Oh, that's also Shadowless. Check that out. Some more Fossil. Or, excuse me, Jungle. I keep saying, if I've said Jungle or Fossil this whole time, not Jungle, that's on me. Some more from base set. Base set. Base set. This is probably one of my favorite arts that Ghastly has. Love that. Also in a Shadowless. So if you're wondering what I'm saying with Shadowless 2, let me show you as an example. So we'll cut that down here. Let me grab first Machop right here, which is also first edition. So right here on the picture's border, there is nothing. It is just a border around that picture. Here, it's the same thing. There's a border around that picture, but there's this black drop shadow that they gave it. See it side by side. That's where you can tell something is shadowless. So there was the very first edition, which is dictated by this stamp right here. When it wasn't first edition, so after they did their first printing, these were all the first printings. When they did it after that, they removed that right here. So it didn't have that, but it was still shadowless. So it wasn't first edition, but it was shadowless as well. So first edition and no shadow, it's first edition. No first edition and still no shadow, second printing. Third printing is when it has the shadow here, but no set symbol on either side. And then down here, let me see if I can get the camera to focus. On that copyright, it says 1995, 96, 98, Nintendo Creatures. Third printing has that as 99, has a 99 on it. And they said, well, that's redundant because if you look over here, I'll show you on this. There we go. So you can see it says 96, 96, 98, 99. And then it has 1999 Wizards. Wizards is Wizards of the Coast. That means it would be a third printing. But this would be the fourth and final print. Still base set, still cool. So then, taking what we've learned, here's a great example of it. No first edition stamp, no shadow. So it's either the second, or excuse me, yeah, it's either the second or third printing. How do we know which one it is? We can take a look at this bottom here. Whoa. We know this is second printing because it has 1999, or excuse me, 99 over there. So it's 1995, 96, 98, and 99. Just a little giveaway, the little tells for it. Some fossil. I love that Tentacruel too. Some Ponyta. Some more, this is jungle. Excuse me, I keep screwing that up. Another one where it's second edition, or second printing. Machop. And a fossil Krabby. I love that so much. It's so cool. Some old energy cards. These have the Japanese on the back because they're Japanese cards. This one is English. Japanese didn't have the sets at the bottom, so there's no text on the card, but on English they actually included it. So that's how I can tell right away. This green energy right here is English, and these aren't. Also dictated by the back. Some cool stuff. So Japanese, all Japanese, and I know this one's English. Oh, it's a first edition. What the heck? English. First edition. Energy. Super cool. I eventually want to collect an energy card from every single set as well. I know that's kind of on the back burner for that. But it is something down the line, so that's just something I get to get right into. I believe this is Switch, if I'm not mistaken. I think a Japanese pile over here. Japanese energy. Another Japanese energy. Can't remember what it's called, I'll be honest. Japanese pile. Eradicate. Japanese. Oh, that's cool. Erica's Bellsprout. That's really pretty. I like that a lot. Just normal Bellsprout. Little fossil stamp there too. Weedle. Staryu. If you're excited for its evolution, Starmie and Mega Starmie, let me know. I'm really excited for it. Alakazam. Or excuse me, Kadabra. There's Starmie. Can you imagine 30 years later they decided, you know what, we need to give this thing really long legs and have it kick. Someone was cooking. I don't know what they were cooking, but they were cooking. Super cool. Yeah, and you'll notice the arts and stuff like that, for the most part, are the exact same. So this also has the stamp at the bottom. Whoa, let me see here. It's got the jungle stamp down there. Firo, getting close to the end. There's Oddish again. Magamor. Nidoran. And finally, a potion. Wow. English potion. What a big card. So, just a little, I guess, look into both of these people's lives. Two different people, different walks of life. Thomas is one of my friends, and I don't know, it's cool seeing like his heritage. I just growing up, I can see the half Japanese, you know, household, half, we'll say English, just to not give too much of his information away, but it's neat seeing that in a small collection like this. And then, like I said, Reaper, his friends and stuff like that, I'm sure he collected plenty of those, traded them around and stuff like that. It's just, it's cool to see. So excited that these are part of my collection now, and they're going to be well loved and well respected. And thanks, guys, because I know you guys are probably watching, and everyone else watching, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and take care, everyone.